Good morning, guys, and welcome back to the video, the channel, whatever you want to call it. So, if you guys remember, I had the canopy, which I was going to use as a little chicken coop outside, set up over there. However, I decided to move it over here. That way it's straight across from the RV. At night, I can open the door, have a straight line right into here. I can point a flashlight or whatever, and I can see right in, make sure everybody's good. I did start to put up this chicken wire. This finally came yesterday. I didn't finish it all the way around yet. So I'm thinking I'm not going to really go in here too much because there's not going to be a reason to. The only reason I'm going to be able to go in here is to like refill the food and water and stuff. But I can do that right from here. I could just top, actually on this side is a lot easier. But I could just take the side roof off, and I have access to it from the top. And what I'm probably going to do is tie like a string or something to the top of it, of the buckets, the feeders, and that way I can just pull them right out, refill them, drop them right back down, and I won't have to worry about it too much. And then this tarp just, this just sits right back on it, and we are good to go. And this is going to be a little shaded corner. That way when they're in here, they'll have an area where they can go. It'll be nice and shady. And you can see the chicken wire right here. I got to finish. It's going to come all the way out to here. I just didn't finish it yet. But it's coming along. I'm also going to be, I think I'm going to get like cinder blocks or something. I have extra slack down here. You can see where my foot is sitting on it. Because I was going to bury it, but it's a little bit more difficult than I thought it was going to be because of all the roots from the trees. So I think I'm going to put cinder blocks down to put weight so they can't lift under it. I'm going to see how that goes. Now, right now, I don't have, knock on wood, I don't have a predator problem. Although, right now, I also don't have any livestock out here. I don't have chickens or anything. So, I don't know if the smell, the sound is going to, have them come over here. They're going to be interested and check it out, try to get them. I don't know. What I can tell you is that a trash panda, aka a raccoon, would definitely be able to fit his little paw through here, obviously near the bottom, and try to grab the chickens. So if they did come by, there could be a possibility that could happen. I was thinking about getting hardware cloth. It has those really small holes. I think I'm going to wait and see if I have a predator problem. The one really good thing about Cody is he's very attentive. He always hears, anything that's outside. Even if we're inside, TV on, and the door is closed, like, he will hear it and he will bark and let me know. I could tell by his type of bark that he does. Plus, I'm always checking. We don't go to bed till around 10. That's usually when I take them out for their evening walk or run. And then I take them out again around 2:30 and then at 6:30. So I'll be checking on them quite a bit, especially those first few nights. So I'll come out with the flashlight, make sure everything's secure, make sure they're okay, and that nothing is getting in and it doesn't look like anything's been tampered with. So we'll give that a shot. I didn't want to spend $1 million. A couple people were like, oh yeah, get a coop. But a good coop, and I'm not talking about like one of these flimsy Tractor Supply coops or these flimsy ones that you bought from Amazon, because I've bought those $200 coops in the past and they are junk. They're literally made out of like balsa wood. Like, it's really rickety and flimsy. Plus they wouldn't hold 10 meat birds. So with this, I'm hoping it'll it's only gonna have to be for like 5 weeks or so I think we should be okay. And again, this whole thing is a learning curve for me, so if you guys see anything where you think I can do better or I can tighten it up or whatever, let me know. I was even thinking about, I have one of those solar spotlights. I was thinking about putting it on the RV. That way if anything comes by here or whatever, it'll go off. And it'll kind of give me an inkling, because when it's dark out here, it's pitch black. So I would definitely see that light turn on. We also have 2 Ring cameras that we're not currently using, but I'm going to start setting them up. I'm going to hook them up to our new T-Mobile 5G internet. By the way, that is not a sponsorship. I paid for that. I pay for it every month now. So I just want to give you guys a heads up on that. But I'm going to hook the Ring cameras up to that. I can mount one on the RV and face it right over here. I can even mount one like right to this tree. and have it.
One that's wireless that I can even put it in the coop.
Yeah, or I was gonna say like right to here, right on this tree, and have it face right in there, and I can keep an eye on them and be good to go. And if anything crazy happens, I'll have it on film and I can show you guys. So, won't matter what time of day that happens. All right, guys, we're doing another RV upgrade. So, one of the downfalls to like a Class C or a Class A RV is that the tank is mounted permanently. Usually it's on the side of the RV, like this. So here is my propane tank back here. And to fill it, we just take this off and we fill it up. You know, you can go to Love's or Pilot or any RV park usually. But sometimes you're in a really comfortable spot or you're way out in the boondocks and you don't want to have to pack up your whole RV, you know, to bring it to a place to get it refilled, and you have to come all the way back. It's just easier to have a spare tank or just bring the tank itself to, you know, to the place. So today we're going to be installing this external, I'm not sure what the exact name of it is, but this is basically going to install into here, right in between here, and it's going to let me hook up a external propane tank. I can go, you know, I can do a 20-pound tank, I can do a 100-pound tank, whatever I want. And when I need to refill it, I just disconnect the tank from, you know, right here and take that instead of taking the whole RV. I can throw it right in the car and be good to go. So I'm gonna, hopefully I don't blow myself up. I'm gonna try to take this apart because we gotta split this right here, and then there's a regulator, a little T-post that goes in here, and that'll give me a line out, and I can hook it up to a propane tank. All right, so before I go any further, I just wanted to show you guys how simple this process is. So normally, this cover is sitting over the regulator, so it's blocking this part right here. There's two little rivets. I popped mine up with a flathead screwdriver. They popped right out. And then right next to the valve, you'll see this section right here. I just loosened mine with a wrench, and it's just twisting right off. This is going to pop out. This whole section is basically going to shift over. We're going to install our T, and then we're going to tighten everything right back up. Alright guys, we are officially installed. So, just give you a breakdown of how exactly this works. Before you disconnect any of this, obviously you want to make sure your gas is all the way off at the tank. We don't need any gas leaks. We don't need anybody passing out. After that, basically, this nut used to be screwed directly into this piece right here. So we disconnected the two and put this silver brass piece in the center. Now they screw right into each other. I use a pretty big wrench just so I have some good leverage, and screwed in with no problems. Here's the regulator. Now this is where your tank is going to go. This is where your external tank would go. So if you want to hook up like a 20-pound barbecue tank or you know, something bigger or whatever, it comes with the hoses. So here's the hoses for that. And it also comes with a barbecue line. Now you can hook this up and use it for, you know, a gas barbecue or something like that. Now this is supposed to be hooked up to here so you don't lose it. Let's see, okay. Yeah, that's good. I like that they give you that. That way it can just hang down. You don't have to worry about it falling through here and losing it forever. But you just hook it up. They also make quick connects for this too. That way you just click it in, and then if you want to disconnect, you pull this little tab back and it pops right out. Makes it a lot quicker if you're a big griller and stuff. Sam and I aren't huge on that. Plus we have the 5-pound little, or actually the 1-pound propane tanks that we use, but I don't know, we might start using this. But this is really going to come in handy. Also, you may want to get like a soapy water bottle and just spray around all your connections. You want to make sure you don't see any bubbles. If you see bubbles, that means you have an air leak. Well, not air, but propane leak rather. So you definitely want to make sure you do not see that. Make sure you spray everywhere, all around, all sides. Make sure you really load it up good. And as long as you don't, you're good to go. You can obviously do the smell test too, just to make sure. And whenever you're not using them, obviously cover them back up. That way they don't get all gunked up. Because if you if they get crap in them and then you go to try to use it one day, it might get the, oh man, I forget what it's called. They're very small holes, and if you get stuff stuck in them, propane does not go through, and then you'll have a bad day camping, and nobody wants that. So that's about it. That's a really quick install. I'll put a link down below. It's not sponsored or anything. This is just really helps out, especially if you want to do some long-term boondocking or if you're off the grid or whatever. But yeah, I'll put a link down below, that way you guys can grab it. Alright guys, this is day 2 on this vlog, and I have something awesome to show you. My batteries finally came in for the solar system. Check it out. These are 200 amp hour per battery, Redodo 200 amp hour plus batteries. So I got 4 of them. That gives us 800 amp hours. I mean, that's a ton of storage. I'm just waiting on the 6 450 watt solar panels that I ordered and a 5,000 watt charge controller / inverter combo. So you don't need a charge controller and a inverter anymore. They're kind of starting to come out with where they're just all in one, and it's super simple and takes up less room too in your setup. So my thinking is, once I clear all this junk out here, let me turn this lovely light on. Oh, that did so much. Okay. I'm probably going to have each battery to the wall and go all the way down. That way it takes up the least amount of storage, and my charge controller inverter is going to go right here on this wall. That way it's easy to access. I can see it. The only issue I can see me having, because I'm going to try to wire this entire thing up myself, including the solar panels on the roof. I feel like the solar panels on the roof is the easy part, as well as hooking the inverter up and the batteries. The hard part for me, I think, is going to be running the wires from the inverter inside, because you have to connect it to your breaker box on the RV. That way you can get, power to all your outlets and stuff. So I got to see how I can run wires, and I'm going to try to make it neat. I don't want it to look ghetto if I can help it, so but I'm super excited about that. I don't know why, but the solar panels, I think somebody is making a cross-country trip walking here. The panels are coming from California, and for some reason they're not supposed to be here till November 6th, which is 10 days from now, and they were already picked up by FedEx. FedEx has them in hand, so I don't quite know what's taking so long, but I just gotta wait. Plus, I'm gonna reseal and coat my whole roof before I do the panels. That way I'm good to go. So I guess I'm just gonna have to be patient and wait on that. But yeah, I'm gonna coat the roof. That way it's good to go, all sealed up. It'll also help with heat, keep the roof a lot cooler. Now we're finally getting into wintertime, so it's quite a bit, I don't want to say it's cool out. Today it's like 83, which is bearable. I mean, I have the generator on eco and just a fan going inside, and I got the heat bulb for the chicks. But if I had the solar system set up, I wouldn't have to run any of this, I mean, the generator is going to get so much less use. I won't have to spend nearly as much money on fuel. Yes, there is a big investment up front. These batteries, I think all 4 of those batteries with free shipping, they include the shipping in the price, obviously. But I think it was like $2,200 for 4 of them. I think they're about $550 a piece, give or take. And then the solar panels, 6 of them with the charge controller was about, I think, $2,300. So I'm right at about $4,600, $4,700, and I still have to get, extension cables for the MC4 connectors, and wires to run down here to the battery, and then battery cables from the inverter to the charge to my breaker box inside the RV. So it shouldn't be too much more. I mean, I got all the expensive stuff out of the way, which is a relief. It kind of hurt pressing that buy button, but I know it's gonna be worth it in the end. Anyway, these batteries are not heavy, but they do have some weight to them. So I decided to buy something to help me, move them around a little easier. Guys, say hello to our new toy. This is a 2024 Honda 4Trax Foreman, 4-wheel drive, liquid cooled. And she is pretty. I love the color. I had a special order of the color because they didn't have it in stock. They only had I think a red one and a green one. And this one comes in about 4 different colors. But it is really, really nice. Got everything All digital display up here, fuel, 4-wheel drive. We can lock the hubs, which is sweet. High and low beams, lights on here, which is sweet. And on here, this one is really nice because as you're turning, you know, you can light up the way. Whereas with these, they're only going to point in the direction that the RV, that the, excuse me, that the ATV is rolling in. But eventually I am going to get a winch for this, a 2,500 pound ATV winch. I think that'll be really good to have in case I ever get stuck. Or if, I think eventually I want to get a plow, a snow plow in here. And I know you guys are like, Sean, you live in Florida. Why do you need a snow plow? Well, you know, I might take it up north one day. I'm going to buy a trailer. I think I'm going to get one of those Harbor Freight 1,700 pound trailers. They have really good reviews. They're perfect size, and I don't know. Either that or I'm thinking about getting one of those 20-foot car trailers, like enclosed. I could put the car in there and the ATV, and they would be closed up, sealed off, wouldn't get any rain on it or anything, which would be even sweeter. And then I would just tow it behind the motorhome. So let's go back to this. This was an add-on. I bought this off of Amazon. It's by Camco, which is an RV brand. And this is mainly for Sam's comfort. She doesn't like not having a back support. So we got our back support. It has grips you can grab. Your arms sitting here, your forearms. So she has that. And then back here, I undid it just for time's sake. But you pop this up. You got storage in here. Really nice, good amount of storage. You know, you could take it to the store. People around here take it to the store, grab items. We can easily throw it in there. And then you just take these bungees and they hook down over it. And it also has a key lock. We don't really use the key lock because, you know, we're always with it. We don't really walk away from it. And if I did, I have it. Down here, it has a little hitch. You could just put a ball on this, or they actually make, I saw on Amazon, a receiver that hooks into these bolts and comes out further, and you could put a 2-inch hitch on it. So I'm probably going to do that. Adjustable rear shock, adjustable front shocks. Guys, this ATV puts out a softer ride than the car. I mean, really, really soft and gushy. Even with 2 people on it, it's super, like, soft. I really like it. So this is a 500, this is a Honda 4Trax Foreman 520. It has 518 cc's. And she giddy ups, she goes. We were hauling butt down the backwoods over here. There's a lot of woods to ride around over here. So we were having a good old time, going through sand and dirt and hills and stuff. I gotta film it. You know, I've been so excited that we just jumped on it and ran out. But the nice thing is with this rack, I mean, I can literally put a GoPro anywhere on here, on the front, here, on the side, and take you guys along. So that'll be pretty cool. But I'm pretty excited about that. But yeah, I definitely want to get a snowplow for it. That way if we take it up north, I can, you know, maybe do some snowplowing or something. I don't know. Have some fun with that. But yeah, this is her. She holds just shy of 4 gallons. I think it's 3.9 gallons. So far we did 25 miles. And I've been on the gas heavy. And I think we just hit the 3/4 tank mark. So I'm gonna guess, you know, if you stay hard on it, you probably get about 100 miles to a tank. And if you are nice with it, maybe 125, 130 miles to a tank. I guess it just depends on how you ride and stuff and the terrain and everything. But really nice. I like it. We're gonna have some good times on this. And when the batteries came before I brought it up front, threw 2 big boxes on the front, brought it up here instead of having to carry them. But yeah, that's our new toy, guys. So hopefully I could show you guys some more stuff around here. And oh, it also has, which is sweet, a 12-volt DC port. So we can plug in a GPS or a phone or whatever. I can mount it right here, just like the motorcycle, how I had it on the Honda Grom, if you guys have been following us. We can mount it right here, have the phone display right out there, so I know where I'm going. Quite a few times already we've been in the backwoods, and I'm like, crap, I don't know where I am. And we've had to pull out the phone and look, but it would just be nice to, you know, have it in front of us. But do any of you guys have an ATV? Let me know what you got. Curious. But yeah, this is really sweet. It's shaft driven. I was looking at a couple different ones. I didn't want a CVT transmission. It seems like quite a few of them are coming out with CVTs. I have no interest. I don't trust the reliability. You know, Honda has a long-lasting reputation for reliability, and the warranty is It's interesting. They give you a 1 year. I opted for the extra 4 years. I can't remember how much it was, but totally worth it. You get an extra 4 years, bumper to bumper, labor and parts all included and everything. So, you know, for the next 5 years, I don't have to worry about anything. But, I mean, we took it through sand and mud and everything. Look how clean it is. It looks like I never took it off-road. I mean, nothing sticks. Crazy. She does put out a little bit of heat. You feel the heat over here. This is where the motor sits. Oil changes are super easy. They're right here. This is it's an automatic, but you have to shift with your foot. There's no clutch. This is just a brake. But like, if you want to go into first, you just hit it up once, and the transmission will automatically shift it into first, second, third, fourth. You keep hitting it up. And then all the way down is reverse. 1 up is neutral. And then, like I said, the rest is 1 through 5th gear. So it's pretty simple. Sam got a hold of it pretty quick. She's been buzzing around town with it. She keeps going out in her flip-flops. I don't know why, but she has a hard time shifting with the flip-flops, obviously. So we're gonna have to work on that. I'm gonna have to maybe get her some riding shoes, some riding boots or something, I don't know. But yeah, that's the new toy, guys. Oh, and I also got a cover for it because it's so pretty. I know it's an ATV and it's gonna get muddy and blah, 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 but I don't know. I wanna keep the ring and these stupid pine needles and pine sap and stuff off of it, so bought a cover. It's really cheap. I think it was like 26 bucks, and it had a 10% off coupon on Amazon, so I think it came to like $23 after tax. Well guys, that's what I got for you in today's video. I hope you guys are enjoying the content we're putting out. I know it's a little bit different than usual, but you know, times are changing, things are a little sketchy out here in the world, and Sam and I are pretty comfortable over here. Not to say we're not going to travel anymore, we are, but I'm definitely trying to get this homestead a little bit more situated. That way, if I ever need to run back to it to get off the road for a while or whatever, you know, we're kind of prepared, kind of ready, and good to go and safe. So with that, I'm going to leave you guys, and I hope you guys are doing great, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.